Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Syntech Fisol. Today I have a 32 inches LED TV, Samsung make, and the problem is that once you plug the TV, there will be a standby light, and when you on it, try to turn it with the remote and watch the screen. It will only show flashes Samsung name and off immediately. And when it's off, the screen will continue blank while every other button still function. Okay, so that's the problem. And now we are going to turn on the TV and see the problem. Then we open it and check the fault and we'll try to fix it. Okay, so let's go. As you can see, this is the TV. It's a 32 inches LED TV, a Samsung make. Okay, that's a LED TV. So now we are going to test it. Watch very careful so you see what the problem is. It's not plugged on. If you check very well, it's not plugged on. Check very well, you can see the light. The standby light is on. Okay, so I'm going to switch it on and watch the screen very carefully. You see the problem, right? Okay, TV is switched on now, so watch the screen. You see a flash. You can see Samsung brand just flashes and offs. That's exactly the problem. So now we are going to open the TV and try to fix it. Okay, so we are open the TV. Let's open the TV and see. Try to identify the problem so we can fix it. Okay, now the TV is open, right? So this is the motherboard. So what you're going to do is put your multimeter to DC. Okay, and use your probe. Use your negative probe and arc. Negative probe and arc on the body. Right. So you can now plug the TV. You see the stand lights. Right. So the next thing you do, is to check in this very board. As you can see, this is a combo motherboard. We have 3 sections here. Okay, this side is the power section. As you can see, this very line, white line here, this is the power section, and from this place here, this is the processing section, the logic section that processes the image. Why this very place, from this line to this line, they are the inverter section that supplies light to the LED inside this casing. Okay, so in this very problem, the first thing you look at the board. So in this very case, we look at this processing, the power section. There is standby light, so you rule out the possibility of power issue, and when it flashes, that means the power is okay. Second thing, the logic section, when you flash it, it displays Samsung brand and goes off. And even when you press these buttons, they will respond. Like when I want to on it now, press the button now, it turns blue. Okay, and check the voltage here, the one that going to the late is showing 26 points. 6.24 voltage. Okay, then next one, you check this transistor here, it's showing 17.50 volts DC. Okay, you check this diode is showing 26.20 volts DC. Okay, so when you look at this, power is on now, blue, but by me looking at this very hole here, there's hole here, all this hole, there's no lights. Looking at all this hole here is dark, show that the backlight is off, it's not coming up. The backlight is dark. These holes, you look through them, it's dark because the backlight is not coming up while the TV is on. Okay, so if I try to press these buttons, check them, they are flashing to show that the logic section is working fine, it's okay. So we have ruled out the power because it's okay, and the logic section is also okay. So the only remaining place is the power section. Sorry, the inverter section. This area, this line here, this is the inverter section. So in this inverter section, you check all these voltages. The voltage is showing here 17.60 volt DC. The diode is showing 26.19 volts DC, and check the output that go to the lead point is showing 26. At the same voltage, the output with this diode is this very diode. Is a diode that supplies the output, so they have the same voltage. Okay, that is 26 points. Normally the voltage that drives this backlight to come up is from 36 to 70 volts DC. That's what drives this backlight to come up. Okay, and normally you only get here 26 volts. It's not up to 36 volts, not to talk of 70 volts. That to show you that the backlight section is 40. Okay, this very section is 40, right? So what we do is, in this section, the light flashes and goes off. It shows that there is a capacitor issue, likely capacitor issue. So what you just do is, you look at this capacitor here, none of them is bulging, right? So what you're going to do, you have to lose this board, motherboard, and check the voltage, read them to know if they are okay. If they are okay, then we now go to any other thing. But we check the frequency, the UF. If they are 40, definitely the problem may come from here. Okay, so let's lose the board. And this is the board at the back of the board, and this is the transistor. This is the transistor section, and this is the two capacitor. And let's look at the capacitors with ohms. This capacitor is having so this capacitor is 100 volts, 47 UF, 100 volts, 47 UF. I want to read to see if it's having the same value or the capacitance has been reduced. Okay, so let's put your probe here. And the next. I put the probe at the pin here. So what you got is 520 UF. So what you have is 52 UF. 52 UF, while this one is 47 UF. So the capacitor is still okay. Capacitor is still okay. The capacitance is still intact, right? So let's check the second capacitor. This one here. That is this capacitor here. So this one is 35 volts, 470 UF. Okay. So let's read the capacitance to see if it is shortened or it is still intact. Okay. So let's go. This is very capacitor. Very capacitor. 35 volts. 470 UF, 35 volts. So let's check out what's the reading. Okay, so we put the meter, just watch. It's 368. You can see 368 UF. Okay, 368 UF against 470 UF. So that means this capacitor is shortened. It has lost capacitance, so we're going to change it. Okay, so we're going to replace with this very one. This is 35 volt, 680 UF. Okay, so let's check this reading. This is 660. 666 UF. Okay, 666 UF. 666 UF. Okay, as you can see, the capacitor has been fixed, right? The capacitor has been fixed properly, right? So we are going to test the TV. Okay, so yeah, okay. The standby light is there. So let's check the voltage again. Transistor have 18.86 volts. The diode is having 18.56 volts, while the inverter output is having 18.86 volts. Okay, and look at the holes here. There's no backlight, and see the backlight is black. There's no light on the backlight. It's dark. So after changing the capacitor now, so I'm going to on it. So let's see. Turn to blue. Check the voltage now. Watch. You see, now the voltage is 39.88 volts DC. Before it was 31 and goes back, but now it's 39.8. That's the output. And see the backlight has come up. Okay. You see the backlight is now, because the TV now is working. Okay, so let's turn the TV up and see. As you can see, the TV is uncoupled and it's on now. Okay, you see the TV is working perfectly fine, right? Like, subscribe and share. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.